Hey, what's up, you sassy bastards, and welcome back to Zero Cloud Gaming. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool tracer trick that a lot of people don't know about. I'm going to be showing you how to use it today, and how I like to use it best. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, for our unique tracer trick, you're going to need Tracer.
Hi.
You're going to need an ultimate.
Bombs away.
And you're going to need a target.
Hiya.
This technique is called the blink bomb, and to do this, you need to throw your ultimate before you blink in any direction. Now, to do this, I'd highly suggest you switch the key for your ultimate, if you're on console especially, to a different key other than triangle. I have it on left trigger, it works better for me. So you need to throw your ult out before you blink. Now this is important, before you blink. You need to use it fast too.
Gotcha. Hiya.
This is probably one of the best examples of it right there. So what you do is you throw your ultimate, you blink forward, and you can end it right there. You can recall, or, as you saw what I did, I blinked backwards. Now, I tend to blink backwards more often than not, as it lets me conserve my recall if I really need to. It's just simply in and out, and if you've done it right, you should immediately throw the pulse bomb onto their chest, thus killing whatever squishy target you want to kill. Some examples of this working in combat are...
T-pose, that's what I was talking about. T-pose. The shoe.
Feeling salty yet? Those are probably some best examples of the blink bomb working best in combat. Now keep in mind, during your blink bomb you can use all of your blinks, or you can use just one of your blinks, but you have to be mindful of how far you are away from your target. For example, you won't reach your target or enough to stick them if you're 20 meters away from your target. Just think of it as your blink distance. Keep mindful of your blink distance whenever you can be. Now keep in mind, if you are farther away from your target, you can use more blinks. But the chances of it working are much lower. Just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that you should probably use just one blink to reach your target, for example. But you should be using 2 blinks to run away. Now what I mean by 2 blinks to run away, I mean once you've successfully or unsuccessfully stuck your pulse bomb, / not stuck your pulse bomb, to your target, you should use 2 blinks to run away if you wish to use all of your blinks. Now, there's nothing wrong with using this, and it's much safer than using 2 blinks to close the distance rather than just 1. If you use 2 to get away, you're pretty much guaranteed to not get killed by anything. Of course, the same thing property applies to just using a simple recall. But if you'd like to conserve it like I like to do, just use 2 blinks to run away, or of course you can just simply use 1 blink to run away, which will put you at about where you started off to begin with. Now keep in mind that the blink distance is about 10 meters. You have to be mindful of this because if you don't, you can miss your pulse bomb, and albeit with Tracer, it's not too terribly much to lose because she gets her ultimates faster than anyone else. For example, just killing this bot has given me 15 extra ult charge. So it can't and it won't take you very long to reach your ultimate with Tracer. But it's still not good to whiff your ultimates if it can be avoided. Now, I would also like to say that if you are whiffing your ultimates, don't be discouraged if you are trying. Pros whiff their ultimates about half the time too, and they're paid to be good at this game. So keep in mind that if you are getting sticks at least half the time, then you're doing pretty good, especially with the blink bomb method. Now, inherently, the blink bomb can be better. In fact, I prefer to do it every other time unless I am very close. This distance right here is too close to use a blink bomb because you're going to blink past the target. An example of this is the same with where this bot is, and I blink past them. I'm going to be past them. Now, if you get really good at this, you can turn around and throw a bomb at them. However, my sensitivity isn't that high, so I can't turn around successfully. Because if I do, I'm going to make it about halfway, and the bomb's going to be about where the spray is. However, if you have your sensitivity jacked all the way up, then you should be able to do this, and I will show a clip of me doing it if I have one, or someone else doing it. Now keep in mind when you use a blink bomb, you don't want to be above your target. You can still use it, but it's a lot harder because you have to account for the bomb's falling time as well as how far it will go. The pulse bomb itself, if you throw it as high as you can in the air, it will arc to about here, where the spray is. And that's for me standing here. In an example,
Wait for it.
it's about as far as you're going to get. That's about 3 meters or so, give or take, of course. So you have to account for the fact that if you throw the pulse bomb, it's not going to go far, and this is why the blink bomb method works especially well. What you're doing with the blink bomb, and why I like to do it so much, is simply put, you're blinking so fast into the enemy that they have no time to avoid it, or possibly move out of the way, subconsciously or not, making you avoid the pulse bomb. Now, like I said, this can be fixed pretty easily by blinking right into their face and throwing it to them, i.e. a pulse bomb, or a blink bomb. This is why I like to use it so much. It can be more reliable if you're good at landing. However, also if you miss it, like I said, going too far past the enemy can just mean you whiff the ultimate entirely. It'll take some practice getting used to, but I see a lot of people that, you know, the few that do mention this technique say it's very hard to do, and I disagree. It's getting used to the fact that you throw your ultimate before you blink, and this is the same thing with a melee blink. You melee before you blink. And this is, it's no different than a regular melee, you're just blinking while you do it. You can blink in any direction and do it too. It's the same principle. And of course, a blink melee, you can just also blink and melee afterwards. But if you melee before you blink, it tends to work better. I don't know why, it just does. I guess it's more smooth if you do it this way, but anyway, it's the same principle. You're just using an action before you do something. Either it be a melee or you throwing a pulse bomb onto someone's chest. It's the same idea. Do it before you blink. Just hit the key and then immediately blink. And that's why having it on triangle doesn't work. Now you can use it on triangle, but it's so finicky using that like that. It just doesn't work. And especially, you can't aim when you do that. So if you're blinking and someone's moving slightly to the side, you can throw a pulse bomb at them. And I'll show this right now. You can still throw it slightly to the side, and if someone's trying to avoid it, that can work. You can hit them while they're trying to avoid it. If they, of course, are seeing the blink bomb coming, which they probably won't, but let's say they've displaced yourself in the second it's taken you to blink. You can still throw it to the side. But if it's on triangle, for example, you can't turn and blink. It just doesn't work. That's why I have it on left trigger. It tends to work better. I think a lot of other pretty good tracers on console like to use that too. I don't know exactly what key they like to use it on. That's worked well for me. A lot of people also like to have recall on L3. I have a spray on L3 because I'm an asshole, so that's just how it works for me. You can also use the left D-pad for something. I just have it to spam hello right now. Usually I have to have it, I have it at I need healing. Because, you know, as meme-worthy as it is, it's very helpful if you can't necessarily go into the panel here and hit it. But anyway, that's off of topic. I like the blink bomb. I think you really should figure out how to use it. I think it's a very good utility that a lot of people will A, not tell you about in guides, because it's, I guess it's not known, or they don't think you can do it. But you can absolutely do it. You can do it on console, as you just saw. At PC, you probably do it way better, obviously. I cannot attest to using it on PC. I know you can do it. I just obviously can't show you clips of me doing it. And all those clips that were in the ones I showed earlier were all clips of me doing it. Those are all me. This is on one of my alt accounts right now, which I have a video coming out called I'm a Hypocrite. And that will talk about that, so watch out for that when that's gonna come out. It's probably on Monday. Shameless self-promotion. But I think the blink bomb is an important utility use. Like I said, a lot of people don't seem to talk about it. If you Google it, you'll probably find it, or on a YouTube video. But I used to think it was really hard to do, just from what people would say. But I would, like I said, I highly discourage you not thinking that way. It's super easy. Like I said, that's just all it is. And you'll get better at sticking it to the enemy or whiffing it close to them. In one of the clips, I didn't hit the Reinhardt directly. I threw it past him, but he ended up... I think he was... I don't know if he moved back onto her or just didn't move afterwards, but it ended up killing him anyway. So just think of it like that. It's got almost no, like, downside to it, because Tracer gets her ultimate so fast, I'm gonna light up this spot quickly. I just got a lot of ult charge. I got 20 ult charge from just killing that one bot. And Tracer can one-clip everyone, pretty much. Any squishy target, especially Zenyatta, she can just one-clip. Especially with headshots, it goes a lot faster. It's just 3 people I just killed. And then I already have an ult. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this guide. And, Zero Games. I'll see you guys next time.